Good afternoon, teacher. My name is Juliana Villanueva, and this is my first speech. I will take about the Mexico and Israel culture. To start it, Israel is a Middle Eastern country on the Mediterranean Sea, considered the biblical Holy Land according to Jews, Christians, and Muslims. Its holy sites are in Jerusalem. Over the years, through cooperation tools and programs, Israel has created mutual benefit by sharing its accumulated academic, technological, knowledge and experience with Mexico, with special emphasis in the field of agriculture, cybersecurity, telecommunications, and fintech. While the Israelis take their cultural very seriously, and while Mexico that has a great diversity. The points in the first page, the number one is holiday based on lunar calendar. In Mexico, uh, the calendar is Gregorian. The number two is traditional weekend and Israel Shabbat. The number three, kosher food, and next to Mexico is a great diversity. The number four, rules or for visiting holy place. And the number five, Israeli has very sensitive to their own languages and Spanish and indigenous language. And finally, number six, Israel has disgusting by their non-trivial attitude toward that, and in Mexico celebrate they that. In the number one, holidays based on lunar calendar. The Jewish calendar is based of the movement on the moon and the sun. The moon determines the months and the sun the years. In this calendar, the day begin at dusk. They are 12 months or 29 or 13 years each, and every 3 years one is a leap. To ensure that each holiday or is celebrated in the corresponding season. In Mexico, as in most of the world, we are governed by the Gregorian calendar to record the passage of time. There are ancestral traditions, Catholic beliefs, colorful celebration, and gastronomic wealth that has become famous throughout the world. And the number two, the traditional weekend in Mexico and Shabbat in Israel. The Shabbat is considered the sacred seventh day of the week, which according to the Torah has been celebrated with the abstention for any kind of work. It is not simple matter of taking a break from daily work, but an opportunity to reconnect with the Creator God and, and recognize His greatness. In Mexico, He's considered a weekend from Friday to Monday, and usually people rest as a family and go to church. The kosher food defines the state of vegetable foods, which excludes animals considered impure, such as pork, mollusks, and crustaceans. Most insects, except some lobsters, mixture of meat and milk, and the Mexican gastronomy consists of a set of dishes that are characteristic for the richness of flavors, aromas, and the ancestry of their origin. And normally Mexican is everything. And the next, number 4, rules for visiting holy place. Men and women should dress as decently as possible in Israel. You also need to cover your head. In synagogue, you must take off your shoes. Fail- Failure to follow the rules may attract expulsion from the religion institution. No necklace, no have suspenders, and the necks cannot be shoved either. In general, in the best recommendation is that you visit Jerusalem with pants or a long skirt. Despite the heat, in Mexico, among its numerous groups, they are natural places, select as sacred, ranging from specific bodies, for example, a certain mountain or a particular cenote, 2 kilometer long sands, and mm, have to have respect for not falling and in religious centers to dress mostly. And there really are not many demands. I had opportunity to visit the pyramid of Tenochtitlan, and this is a beautiful place. They were no restriction or on clothing. We only had to respect the place and we could not approach. And the number 5, usually are very sensitive to their own language. In Mexico, in Spanish and indigenous language. A foreigner who has learned a less a few words is Hebrew receives much greater respect from the local population than one who doesn't master the language. The simplicity and logic of the Israeli mindset are reflected in the language. The letter of the in Hebrew language are written from right to the left. The most widely spoken language in Mexico territory is the Spanish. Although the general law of widely spoken law of linguistic rights also recognizes native indigenous language as national language is cruelly seeking to continue to endure. And finally, Israeli are distinguished by their not trivial attitude toward death. In Mexico, celebrate the day that the death of a loved one is perceived by them not as a loss, but as an ordinary event. It is forbidden to incinerate the bodies of the dead. That the ashes must be buried within 24 hours on the time of death. The dead are death. We eat it with robes that symbolize equality before the death of people with different financial statements. This is one of the richest and most representative traditions in Mexico. In it, the festival character of Mexico is manifested before that. This is celebrated on November 1st and 2nd throughout The country will cultural manifestation that vary depending on each region. The festival aims to honor who have already left and celebrating the lives of loved ones who have already gone to true tributes and altars, parading songs, and special meals. And is all. Thank you for your attention, teacher.